And I'm going to read some of my own stuff. All right. This first one, I wrote this back in November, and this is called Hopes of a Young American Poet. I want poetry to be reborn in this country. I want poetry out of the halls of academia and back on the streets. I want it dripping not just from the tongues of professors, but from the tongues of people. Ordinary people, unusual people, young people, old people, in the middle people. I want it scribbled not just in notebooks, but in public bathroom stalls, carved into the sides of park benches, spray painted on back alley walls. I want people spitting not just old verse that they remember from so long ago, but new verse coming alive from new poets, famous poets, underground poets. I want people spitting their own verse. I want to see 1,000 open mic nights in 1,000 different cities. First-timers, new-timers, long-timers standing up and sharing poetry with the zeal and lust of hellfire preachers and angry rioters. I want poetry to be alive and dangerous again.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm going to do a couple more here. All right, excuse me. This is another one I wrote this year. This one's called Family Education. This is one of my many political poems, I'm quite an activist, at least I was in Terre Haute, maybe now I'm back in Indianapolis. I can get involved here. They got Occupy Indianapolis here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, is it just a yeah? Must not be going that well.
Yeah. It's like 2 people.
2 people? Well, yay for 2 people with principles, I guess, whatever. Yeah, for Occupy! But anyway, this is one of my more political pieces. This is called Family Education. While I was out on the streets in the wind and rain, gagged and defiant, holding a sign and a flag, you were teaching your children to hate my brothers and sisters. While I was out challenging and questioning preachers and street loonies and looking at the hard reality of corruption and brutality, you were teaching your children the dangers of heathens and pagans. While I was out soaking myself in literature, writing papers, poems, and exercising my mind, you were teaching your children the joys of ignorance. While I was out reading of revolutionaries, of social radicals and outlaws living and breathing in the freedoms of America, you were teaching your children the patriotic and biblical duty of absolute obedience. While I was out learning to live, to feel all the way alive, to inspire people to make their own stands, you were teaching your children how to die. Is it cool if I do a couple more? Is that cool? Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, woo! Thanks for whoever's doing the movie. All right, I got 2 more and then I'm going to get off here. This one's, I wrote this one a couple weeks ago. This one's called Consolation Prize. I would like to dedicate this one to my brother Matt over there. This one goes out to him. Sorry, man. This one's called Consolation Prize. Don't parade out your endless stream of pretty boys and tell me I have a face. Don't play your polished pop songs and tell me I have a voice. Don't give me your bureaucratic crap and tell me I can stand up. Don't wave your consolation prize and tell me it's equality. My face is in a parade of freaks, my voice is in a ragged guitar, and I stand up with a flag and a raised fist. Don't wave your consolation prize and tell me it's equality. I am found in the writings of William S. Burroughs. I am found in a Rocky Horror crowd. I am found in the reels of John Waters. Don't wave your consolation prize and tell me it's equality. All right, I got one more and then I'm going to get off here. Excuse me. And this one's called Eulogy. Where are the best minds of my generation? We weren't destroyed by madness or drugs, nothing as darkly as romantic as that. We were destroyed by cowardice, by pocket change, born into the idea that principles and beliefs are less important than money and popularity. Raised and nurtured and came of age with techno toys, faster cell phones, faster computers, higher capacity iPods. No great records to stand the test of time, no great stands for or against anything. Not when our attention spans are trimmed down to nothing and 2 hours ago is considered old news. Not a consume, not a consume, not a consume, consume and cower, cower and consume, cower, cower, cower. If you don't, you're a terrorist, you're a killer, a psychopath, a threat to the school, a threat to your workplace, a threat to national security. If that plastic snob Bono was right when he said every generation gets one chance to change the world, we traded ours for a pre-faded vintage Hollister shirt, a can of Axe, and a double frappe from Starbucks. Thank you very much. I'm Walter Beck.